Hi everyone, it's Leeann with Diamonds and Doxies. Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I hope you would subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're new, you've never been here, well, hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you too will consider subscribing. Normally I try to put out content about twice a week. I have fallen a little bit behind on that because of my moving and packing, and you know, it's just a whole thing. So anyway, you may also notice that if you did watch my last WIP and chat that I really haven't gotten any further than when I had did my last WIP and chat, and there's a good reason for that. It's because I have not diamond painted. I don't think I've diamond painted since then, to be real honest with you. So anyway, so here's what I'm working on, right? So I'm doing Sugar Skull Dachshund by Carissa Rose Art, and it is from Art and Soul diamond paintings, and it's a 50 by 64 centimeter square resin, and has 3 ABs and 2 soul dust, and there's a total of 49 colors. I am right in here, You can see right here is this little leaf right there, and then this part here is this bone. So that's where I am, and let's see, I'm using a different pen this time because I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I think this is from Enabler's Outpost as well, because I do a lot of mini pens, and I don't even know that the camera is picking that up, but do you see all of those colors? It's just lovely, lovely. Using my Drills and Chills from last year. That's from Bijou Bliss. I really like her trays. As usual, my storage system that I kit up in is Art Dot, and it's the large storage drawers. I will link them below if I remember. I have an extra one sitting aside because there's 49 and this holds 48. And I just, instead of, you know, putting it in a whole new drawer, I just set it over here. It's no big deal. So anyway, let's see. I think that's it. I think so. Anyway, oh, and my release papers are from Bee's Crafty Corner. Yep, those are my release papers. So now I think that's it. I think so. So first off, if any of you are in Florida, I want you to know I've been following and keeping track, and I hope everybody is doing well. How scary. I mean, you know, living in Texas, we get hurricanes too, but we usually 2 is about as big as we get. Now, we did have Harvey, which for my area, excuse me, I got something in my throat. In my area, it was a huge flooding event because it pretty much went out there and trained. So yeah, we didn't have the wind from Harvey, but my God, we had historic flooding. So, I mean, hopefully we'll never see that again. I mean, people who, a friend of mine, her house was built in 1932, and that was the first time it ever flooded. Let me let the prints out. Come on. Ooh, go on. And go out there and bark. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that was terrible. Yeah, that was very terrible. But I am thinking about y'all. One of my friends, she lives in St. Petersburg, and she's doing fine. So that's good. Her house did fine. So that's good. They did evacuate. Thank goodness. That's just, you know, at some point you just got to go, this isn't smart, and leave. So that's what they did. Yeah, so anyway, so that's been going on. But But I just wanted to say, you know, y'all are in my thoughts and in my prayers. Same with North Carolina and all of that. I mean, yes, that's just absolute horrible. But anyway, so as most of you know, and if you don't, I'll catch you up just a little bit. I am moving. I am selling my house. My best friend and I, my life partner, he and I bought a house together, and we're going to be living in it. Right now, though, it's being remodeled, so we're not living in it while that's happening. But I did sell my house, and it will, I close on it on the 25th of this month. So that's not that long away. I think it's 2 weeks from tomorrow, y'all. So I have been trying. I mean, yes, I will probably end up hiring some people to come pack stuff, but there's some stuff that I need to pack, you know? I mean, it's like, because I don't want everything packed. I've got junk all over the place. So it's like, okay, you know, I don't want to, you know, just throw that drawer inside of a box and take it with me when I'm going to end up throwing a lot of it away. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to go through and get things that I want to keep and box those up. Now, I will be living with Max next door while we wait for our house to be completed or, you know, remodeled and whatnot. So, and I don't know. In my mind, I'm hoping we'll be in by Thanksgiving, but, you know, you never can say. So, anyway, and yesterday, my two sons are both grown, came over and we tackled my garage. And I got rid of so much stuff. It was like, okay, pretty much most things went to the new house. Like I had bird feeders and bird seed and, you know, yard stuff in there. But a lot of stuff went to trash. It was like, just get rid of it. And then I also did get rid of some stuff. You know, I listed some stuff for free on Facebook, and that all went real fast, so that was good. Yeah, I got rid of some outdoor Christmas decorations, but that was really because the way our front yard is, our new front yard is or whatever, it's you wouldn't be able to see it from the street anyway, and it's, you know, it's an acre of land, right? A wooded acre of land. So it really would be too tiny. You know, I bought it for this front yard. And yeah, I just was like, no, there's just no point. No one's going to see it. So, but I did take my blow mold Santa. It's like, no, I'll put him on the back patio. But anyway, so they came over and they did that. And so that was awesome. And so now my garage, I mean, it just has, I've got my bicycle. We just didn't have room to take it over to the new house, but that will go over to the new house at some point, and it can live in the garage there. And then I've got a ladder and some brooms and, you know, things like that will go to the new house. But everything else, anything that was going to go bye-bye, is gone bye-bye. It's, you know, I've gotten rid of a lot, and then I had to take everything out for trash tonight because tomorrow morning's when our trash happens. So got that all out tonight, and so that's good. I mean, yeah, that's good. As far as how the house is going, it's going good. It had a few days of nothing happening because our contractor went to, you know, he was trying to help out with after Helene. So he has a box truck with all his tools and equipment and stuff on it. So, and he's got workers, and so they all went up there, and they were going to Tampa, and on the way there to Tampa, I think it was in Pensacola, his box truck broke down. So he rented a U-Haul or, you know, some kind of box truck, and then loaded up the tools and the equipment and whatnot and took it to Tampa and then went and dropped off that U-Haul. In hindsight, he wished he hadn't done that, because then here come, you know, they're going to have the hurricane and all this. And his plan was to be home on Friday. But that didn't work out because, well, now, you know, they got to evacuate his guys. And so he evacuated them and to, you know, somewhere in the panhandle of Florida. But all his stuff, all his tools, because then when he was like, okay, you know, I should get my tools and move them with the guys, well, there was none to be had. There was no U-Hauls, there was no box truck rentals, there was none of that. So all his tools and stuff were in Tampa. So I have not talked to him to see if he's had any word yet. It may be too soon, you know, to find out if he's heard anything about his stuff. He had to end up taking a plane home on Sunday night after he got his guys all settled and whatnot in a hotel. And so I feel really bad because, you know, I mean, that's costing him money, right? I mean, not to mention his tools, who knows, you know, where they are. And I mean, I just hope that his insurance would cover it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it would or not. But anyway, so he's been working by himself on the house. So, you know, I'm just grateful he's there working on it, right? But, you know, it makes it a little slower. So anyway, but he went and picked up the cabinets today. And so he's got some guys coming over tomorrow to put them together and install them. So I'm pretty excited about that. That is going to be really amazing. And if I remember, I'll take a picture. Although I should have taken pictures before, you know, the demo and stuff. But, you know, I haven't. I should have. But anyway, so that's good. And then while we were there this afternoon, we're getting a new, it's not wrought iron. It's actually aluminum. But it looks like wrought iron. And it's supposed to last forever, unlike wrought iron that rots and stuff, which is what we have there now. And it's all rusted out and gross. So they were there and working on that. So hopefully when we go tomorrow, that'll be done. That would be nice, right? So, you know, I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take. You know, and I have asked, you know, and I don't really get an answer. You know, it's like I get an answer, but then when it's all said and done, you're like, what did he say? So, you know, and I get it. He's, you know, with especially now with everything going on in Tampa and with his stuff, his box truck, and he had just gotten that. He still had the paper tags on his box truck. So I don't think it was new, but it was new to him, right? But, you know, I guess driving it from Texas to Florida, that's a long run. It is a long run. If you've never done it, it is a long run. We drove from, you know, Houston to the Keys. Not all at one time, mind you, but my gosh. Didn't notice it so much coming back because we didn't stay in Key West. We stayed in Key Largo. And so, you know, it was another 2 hours to Key West, which we did. You know, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. But coming home, oh my gosh. I don't know why coming home is always harder than going. I don't know. But it took us longer coming home. But on the other side of it is, you know, we did go through Tampa and St. Petersburg and Punta Gorda and, you know, all of those that, you know, you're seeing it on the news and you're like, oh gosh, you know, we were there. I remember being there. So, yeah. So anyway, I feel bad for him because I know that, like I said, he's spending unnecessary money. or money he wasn't prepared. It's not unnecessary. It's necessary, but you know, that he wasn't expecting, I should say. So anyway, so it sounds like it's coming along. It looks like it's coming along. He's got the kitchen and the breakfast area is completely, all the sheetrock is patched, and he has taped and floated and all of that. He won't paint until, I guess, until after the cabinets are in. I don't know, because we're painting pretty much the whole downstairs. So, and it's all the same color, except for the dining room. The dining room is going to be a different color. It's going to be an accent. But, yeah. But y'all, I'm so ready to be there. We've been having some amazing weather. It's been amazing, except, and I hate to say this because I know so many people have been flooding, but it's been really dry. We really could use some rain. But that tends to be how we go. It's either feast or famine around here. We're either in a drought or a flood. We can't seem to make up our minds. But anyway, the birds, it's been, this morning when I woke up, it was 63 degrees outside, which is awesome. But you know, it gets up into the upper 80s, you know, maybe hits 90. But, you know, a month ago at this time, it was, you know, we were pushing 105. So yeah, I'll take it. It gets a little warm, but in the shade, it's nice because the humidity is very low. And that helps a lot if you're in the shade. Now, if you're out working in the sun, it's hot. It's very, very hot. But not like it was a month ago in the middle of August. But anyway, so, and then today, we went and did that. Sat outside, watched the birds, and I watered some plants, filled up the bird bath, you know, all that good stuff. And then, oh, and today was also my grandson, my eldest grandson. He turned 20 today, which is just hard to believe. And so we took him out to lunch. We went and got some fried shrimps. It was delicious as always. And so caught up with him a little bit. Let's see, and then I came home and I had to tackle, it's like a linen closet. It's where I keep my towels and medicines and, you know, just all that kind of stuff. Just, you know, just all kinds of crap, really. So I went through that, got rid, I mean, y'all, I must have had 6 different bottles of, you know, dry shampoo. And I'm like, when was the last time I even used that? But I did keep 1 bottle. And then I had, I don't know, 4 or 5 mousses. I can't, when I get to the other side, it's going to be even worse. I don't know what's wrong with me when it comes to hair products, but anytime my stylist uses something that I go, ooh, I like the way that smells. Can you order me some? And then I end up with all of this, and it's like, it's, you know, I'm never going to use it all. So, let's see, I don't see any more 5s. So I was able to, I had some storage bins, some plastic storage bins that I was able to put some stuff in. So now everything's in storage bins. So all I have to do is carry the storage bins over to Max's sometime next week whenever the bed comes in. So that's good. I like that. And then I threw away a bunch of stuff. Now, I still have the other, there's 2 vanities in my master, but only 1 person, but 2 vanities, and both sides were full. So tomorrow I'll do the other one because it starts breaking my back. So let's see let's do this one. It's another AB. I really like, no, this one is an AB, it's Soul Dust, and I just love it. I don't know, let me see if you can see it properly here. There is a lot of trash. A lot of trash. But I think I read where they were getting a new supplier. I think I read that. I don't know. Oh, come on. Yep, there we go. Can you see that? Can you see the shimmer on those? I don't know if you can or not, but I really do like it. And I don't mind working with these. It's the ABs that get on my dang nerves. But anyway, well, what I was saying was I'm going to finish with the bathroom vanity. And I'm trying to tell myself, no, don't go in there and clean out your curio cabinet and start packing that. Get the stuff that nobody else can pack. Stuff that only you can go, keep it, chunk it, you know. So you're not taking a bunch of unnecessary crap to the new house to unpack, you know. So yeah. And when we cleaned out the garage, I have a piece of cookware in there. The brand is called Miracle Made, and it's old. I mean, it's almost 80 years old. It'll be 80 years old early next year. So 79 years old, and it's a cookware that my grandfather used to sell. It was done in people's homes, I guess, kind of like Pampered Chef or Tupperware, which is, you know, pretty interesting. But it was after the war, and you had a lot of these servicemen coming home. And so my grandmother would do the cooking demos. And even by my grandmother's accounts, the cookware was phenomenal. And but she would do the cooking, and pretty much the product would sell itself. And he did really good. I mean, really, really good. He was up there. He was like, I don't know, district manager. I mean, he was constantly training new people, and he was gone all the time, and they were making money, and, you know, life was all good. Anyway, I remember that piece when I was growing up, but then my grandmother actually gave it to me. I don't know, early 20s, you know, somewhere in there. I don't remember when she gave it to me, just that she did. And I don't think I ever used it, but then I think maybe I did. I think one time for New Year's Day, I think I made a fresh ham, which is just essentially kind of like a pork roast, but it's just an uncured ham, and which is very, very good. Anyway, I think I used it one time, and that was it, because it's big, and so it's hard to clean. Now, I can clean it in the sink I have now, because my sink here is just one big sink. But when you got two sinks, it's impossible. But at the new house, I will also have one big sink. So I will probably, more than likely, use it over there. And I'm thinking about making because it really is like a turkey roaster. It's huge. I'm thinking about maybe trying to make a turkey in it and then make my dressing in it. Because right now I use an electric roaster. I make my turkey in there, and then my dressing goes into, once I take my turkey out, the dressing goes into, my mixture goes into all the turkey juices. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's cast aluminum, so it's very heavy. It's very thick. It's very heavy. And I kind of think I did cook a fresh ham in it. And I think really the only problem I had was it was just too difficult to clean. It was a very difficult piece to clean. And back then, you know, we were a family of 5, and it was like, no, I want things to make my life easier, not harder. So anyway, let's see. I forgot a couple here, or I didn't forget them. I just missed them. Let's see. Do you all see any more? Oh, excuse me, y'all. I do not see any more. Doesn't mean they're not there, though. All right, let's get this one. Let's do some of this. This is all that confetti, and it's just, oh, yeah. I don't mind some confetti, but, yeah, not a big fan. But then, you know, I'm also not a big fan of tons of color blocking either. So I like a good mixture. And, you know, it's hard to come by sometimes, right? That's okay. So, I don't know if I told y'all. I don't think I did. Not in this whip and chat anyway. Oh, and first of all, if you're new to diamond painting and you don't know what whip and chat is, I guess I should tell you. Whip and chat, WIP is WIP, work in progress. And my work in progress is this kit. Yours can be anything. It can be nothing. I mean, you don't have to have a work in progress. Yeah, I mean, when I was cleaning out my closet, I turned on my different creators that I follow and just listened while I cleaned out my closet to their whip and chat. So you can do whatever you want. But now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I'm doing this. I always go down rabbit holes. I'm doing this kit. I'm not participating in the events as far as winning prizes, but I am, you know, just trying to be supportive and doing drills and chills and small shop fall festival. I don't know if any of y'all are doing any of that, because I think most people have heard of drills and chills. It's a very popular event. And Small Shop Fall Festival is something new that Edward and Elizabeth from Enablers Outpost started. And it is, and there's a lot of trash in here. It is to support small shops. So, I mean, when I say small shops, I think they actually call them micro shops. So just one or more, one to 5 employees is all you can have. And so this one here from Art and Soul, it qualified. So that's what I did. I got it from there. And, you know, it qualifies for drills and chills too, because it's a sugar skull dachshund. So I hope I finish it before November, but I wouldn't bet money on it because I'm just not having much time. And then I do believe next week, because our bed frame is supposed to be here, you know, our bed is supposed to be here the week of the 14th. So that's, you know, 14th is Monday. So yeah, I will be, as soon as that comes in, then I'm moving over to Max's. Then I can just get busy, just getting stuff done over here, getting the house cleaned. I will have help coming on the 18th to help me, and I'm really hoping that I can have the packing done, so all she has to do is maybe do some cleaning behind me. That's what I hope. But if not, you know, that's no big deal. Obviously, the packing will have to come first, because even if she has no more availabilities after the 18th, I mean, I can find someone to do a move-out cleaning on my house. That's not a problem, I don't think. Because, you know, I don't want to leave it dusty and stuff, right? That would be not nice. Trust me, I've been the victim of a house left that way, even though it's not in our contract that I'll have the house clean, but to me it's just common decency. But we bought a house years ago, and it was in the contract that they would have it cleaned, and let me tell you what, it was the opposite of cleaned. It was so gross and disgusting. I mean, yeah. The first night there, we could not sleep because it reeked. It reeked, y'all, of dog pee. I mean, just reeked. They had 3 dogs, and I don't think any of them were housebroken. I mean, it was to the point where downstairs, you know, was where we were sleeping. We got up in the night and ripped out. They had carpet in the dining room, and ripped it out and rolled it up and threw it outside. And it was, oh, you know, the phrase, it could gag a maggot. Well, yeah, that's the way it was. And then we ended up doing the same for the upstairs. And then we had to treat the concrete because, you know, concrete's porous. And it was just like, oh my God, we'll never get rid of this. But yeah, they were supposed to have cleaned the house. But when I tell you, there was rotting food. They'd emptied out their refrigerator and just left the food that was in it sitting up, sitting out on the counters. I mean, yeah, it's like I would have never done that. I would have never done that. And yeah, there was other things too, but I'm not going to say it because it's gross. And I don't know who's listening. Because my grandson, hi Alex, he does listen. So, but yeah, it was pretty gross. So, out of common courtesy. Now, the lady that we bought this house from, she offered to have it cleaned, and we said no because we're just going to be demolishing it. So, and she was like, "Are you sure?" Like, yeah. I mean, there's no point in spending the money and all that when we're just going to be demolishing. So, she didn't have to. But I am starting to get excited. At first, y'all, when my house finally sold and it was like, okay, we've got a date, and I was like, okay, I need to start packing stuff. And I got so overwhelmed. I mean, I was like, yeah, it was so hard. I don't know. I can't do this. I was like, I've made a terrible mistake. I cannot move again. I just don't have it in me. I mean, I'm 61. It's like, my brain says, heck yeah, I can do this. And my body's like, lady, no. Remember how you abused us so long ago? Well, so I was just so overwhelmed. And so I expressed my feelings to Max and to my youngest son. And he was like, Mom, don't stress over it. I'll come help you. Let me help you. So, I mean, because I had on top of my cabinets, I had all kinds of, baskets and pottery and stuff, for decoration sitting up there. And it was like, oh my God, how am I supposed to get that down? I'm afraid to get on a ladder because I have a history of falling. And it's like, I don't want to, the last thing I need is to break a bone or a hip or heck, kill myself, So, I was like, I don't know. And then it's going to all have to be washed because it's been sitting up there for 5 years. And so, it's dusty and grimy from me cooking in there. But my son came over and brought it all down. And then I was like, okay, I can do this. And that night I washed it all. The next morning I got up and I boxed it all up. Max came over and he was like, let's take some of these boxes to storage, So we've already made 3 or 4 storage runs to take stuff to storage, or else I would just be, trying to move around boxes because I can only stack them 3 high because of my shoulders. So I can't really stack anything, especially heavy stuff. And yeah, so I still have more books to pack away. I mean, I still have a lot of stuff to pack away, but now I can, it's like after he came over and helped me with that, it was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Just knowing that he would help me, And of course I forgot when they came over yesterday, like, man, I got all that stuff in the attic and all of that's going to storage because it's all my Christmas decorations. So it's like, no, I want all of that. That's all the stuff that I do use. So, but he's like, Mom, I can get over there and get it all down and take it to storage. It's not a big deal. So, okay. But he's always busy doing something. And now that he has a girlfriend, he's pretty busy on the weekends. And I'm happy for him. I don't want to interfere with that time. So, Mama's been waiting a long time for that. So, I don't want to get in the way. But anyway, what has happened is, I'll get so tired, I'll go sit down for, about 15 minutes and just, play solitaire on my phone or just scroll through my phone, just like a mindless nothing, and then get back up and get busy again. So it's really made me where I haven't diamond painted much. And I and when it's like, okay, I could diamond paint, it's like, or I could go lay in bed and watch TV. So, and, you know, it hurts my back to sit in my chair. So it's like, you know, I think I do. I think I have one of those adjustable beds. I want to put my feet up like in a recliner. Only thing is right now, for whatever reason, my Apple TV is not connecting to my internet, and I don't know why. But it's not just my Apple TV. My garage door quit doing it too. It just woke up one day and it was that way. And so I'm having to watch on my iPad. And, you know, iPad's great. Grateful to have it, I can tell you that much. Because I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have my iPad. But it's not my 75-inch flat screen TV. It's in my bedroom. So it's like, But like I said, I am grateful to have my iPad. And it's a bigger one. So, I mean, I do have an iPad mini, but that's what I use to listen to WIP and chats and while I'm diamond painting. So, yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my internet. It's not all my internet. My doorbell works, my cameras work, Wi-Fi for my iPad, you know, my phone, my security cameras. I'm not sure if I've already said that. That all works. It's just my garage door and my Apple TV. In my garage door, I mean, I can still open it. I just can't use the app because it says it's not connected to the internet. The little, what are those called? Like access points, you know, where it gives you broader range. That's all on. It's working. My Google Homes are all connected to it. So, I don't know. Have I restarted everything? Of course. Of course I have. And it's made zero difference. So. And then I probably won't have a big TV over at Max's either because I don't think he has room for my TV in his bedroom. And that's really the only time I watch TV is when I'm in bed. You know, I watch YouTube. If I'm going to watch Netflix or something like that, I will do that earlier in the day, and I will do that on, you know, I cannot watch anything that gets me to thinking before bed. And even the other night I watched on Netflix, I watched that Love on the Run, I think it was called, Prison Break, Love on the Run, and I don't know if y'all have seen that or not. And I watched it fairly early. I didn't watch it right before bed, but, you know, maybe a couple of hours before bed. But, you know, because, you know, I have heard of the story, so I knew what it was about, and, you know, I was always, well, what the hell was she thinking? You know, she just threw her life away. But then it's like, you know, I kind of feel sorry for her, you know? Kind of feel sorry for her. She was lonely, and I think she just said, screw it. I'm going to live life for life. I'm going to live life for me. I've lived it for everybody else. I mean, she was, I think, 54. So I think she was just like, look, this person loves me, whether he really did or not. I don't know. But, of course, he will always say he did. But, yeah, I mean, so she got like 2 weeks of, you know, her happiness, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, once I saw the documentary, I was like, you know, I've done things too that were stupid, that were asinine. All for, you know, for love or whatever. And, yeah, I don't know. But, you know, she was the prison guard, and, you know, I think he just knew how to charm her and win her over. So he did. But he was a bad dude. Bad dude. He was a murderer. So, yeah. I don't know. But like I said, she was lonely. It was just her and her dog. So, all right, where is the L? It's a lighter color one. Where is the stupid L? Oh, here you are. You're probably going right there. Assuming y'all can see my drills. So anyway, that's why I watched that. Let's see if I watched it. Oh, I did watch an episode of Call the Midwife. But, yeah, it's gotten a little... You know, when I watch TV, I just kind of want to not think about anything, you know? I just want it to be brain candy, which is why, and that all started with COVID and, you know, just all the crap. So I started watching YouTubers, and now it's like these are my people. You know, I watch all kinds of different YouTubers, and I'd much rather support them than these actors and actresses and stuff. It's just like, no, you know, because, you know, first of all, you know, have I stumbled across YouTube channels that I'm like, oh, hell no. Absolutely. And I mean, I was like, I couldn't get, you know, stop it fast enough, right? But for the most part, once YouTube gets to know you a little bit, they start recommending stuff to you. And so much stuff that I follow is almost on 90%, no, probably 99% of it, honestly, is stuff that YouTube has recommended to me. Of course, there's, you know, other diamond painters that I've met in the community, but all my other non-diamond painting YouTubes or content creators, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I just love it. You know, I just love it. I'd much rather support them than gazillionaires. I watch TV. I don't want you to tell me what I should think. And so many shows end up going that way. It's like you start out watching them, and it's like, okay, I really like this. And then invariably, it's like, oh, yeah, we got a following now. Now let's, you know, insert our narrative in here. And it's like, stop it. You know, just stop it. I don't want that. I don't want you doing that to me. I don't want you trying to manipulate my brain. But, so, you know, yeah, that's why I love YouTube. And, of course, I've got my favorites. But, you know, they usually only post once a week. It's like, I wish all my favorite YouTubers would, you know, post several times a week. Because it's like, can you just put up a live camera at your place so I can just watch what you're doing all day? You know? Because your life is much more interesting than mine. But, anyway. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of Sean James from My Self-Reliance. He's got quite a few. He was probably one of my first ones to start following, and I just fell in love. He built cabins, and now he's him and his, you know, his wife and his daughters and his sister and her kids. They live in Canada, and they are building a homestead. Well, I mean, they've got a homestead, but, you know, they're raising their own animals, and yeah, and I just, is that something I would ever do? Of course not. I'm way too old for that now, but I really do admire people who do that. I think it's awesome. I think, you know, when you're not relying on the electrical grid, you know, that's pretty awesome. But, you know, I don't think anyone's ever truly off-grid, because even if you have solar, it doesn't work all the time, especially if you live in a climate that gets snow. And the days get shorter in the winter. So, yeah, so, you know, they still have to have a generator to to top off the battery. So, you know, it's not totally off-grid. I mean, they still have vehicles and stuff like that, but pretty self-sufficient, more so than me. Yeah. But yeah, so I like watching him. I usually, oh, I tell you another one I love. Oh my God, they're so talented. Is Simple Living Alaska. Love, love, love that couple. Absolutely love that couple. And they could really be professional. I mean, some of the videography and the pictures they get, I mean, it's like, y'all could sell this to National Geographic. I mean, really, they're that good. And, or at least, I mean, it's like the state of Alaska should, you know, give you some money or something for tourism, because, yeah, they're just so cool. So if you ever get a chance to watch them, it's called Simple Living Alaska. Very cool people, and they got tons of chickens. So, and I love chickens. And then let's see, I know I have others. Oh yeah, I started following Mapperton Live. It's the American Viscountess, and she's married to the future Earl of Sandwich, and she's from America, and of course, you know, she lives in Britain, obviously. So that's kind of cool, because, you know, they show you around the estate, and of course, you know, like all those old homes, they have to make a buck, right? Because taxes and everything else, the upkeep on those places are astronomical. And so they have it open for tours during the summer months, and I'd like to go one day. I really would. But I really enjoy listening to them about the different things going on. So, yep. So I watched them. Let's see if any others come to mind. Oh, I do watch some, I watch From It Up and My Orthodox Jewish Life. Is that what it's called? Hannah actually is her name, and I can't remember. And then, oh God, I can't remember this other one's name. She does a lot of cooking. And I try not to watch her while I'm laying in bed, because invariably I'll be like, I'm hungry, you know, I'm up getting a snack. But, you know, that all started because, I don't know, I started having, you know, I was like, I never really understood, was Jewish a religion, or was Jewish a race? And I had asked that question several times and never really got an answer, you know. So I don't think I put in Jewish, and these people came up and started watching them, and I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. And turns out it's both. Because Hannah, she is a convert. She was raised Catholic, and she converted to Orthodox Jewish. So, yeah. I mean, I could personally could never be Jewish because, well, I'm a Christian, and I could never denounce Jesus. I mean, I just couldn't. But I do admire the Jewish people, and I love their traditions, and I love that so many of them, you know, not all Jewish people, some Jewish people don't really observe at all, you know. But the ones that do, I really do admire them. I think it's pretty amazing. Because, you know, I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. I like learning about other people's traditions. So, I find all of that interesting. And I do follow some, like Best Documentary, that's on there, and History Hits. I do enjoy that. Yeah, I mean, I just have a bunch of different ones, and I would just much rather watch them. So that's what I do. And I've got to download some audiobooks, because I got a thing from Audible that I have 5 credits that are getting ready to expire. And it's like, oh no. So, I mean, I might as well download the books, download the books, right? You know, at least have them there. Because I haven't listened to an audiobook in a long time. And I think it's because I ended up following so many different YouTube creators that it was like, no, I don't have time to listen to an audiobook. I need to listen to their, because, you know, I want to support other people. So, you know, the best way for me to do that is to watch their videos, right? And give a thumbs up. That's that right there. And subscribe, you know. I don't subscribe to everybody, you know. It's like, no, I tried, and it wasn't for me, and that's fine. People have done that to me, too. I mean, I'll go up and I'll go down in subscribers, and that's fine, you know. That's perfectly not a problem. You know, you're not committing to life. But anyway, so it made me stop listening to so many audiobooks. I'm real hopeful that once we get moved to the new house and settled, that my life can go back to diamond painting many hours a day. I probably won't go back to 8 hours a day, which is what I was doing, sometimes more, because I have a beautiful yard and with tons of nature. And I love nature. I love watching the birds. I love feeding the birds. I love all of those things. And the squirrels. I got to get some food for the squirrels, which I have a feeling I'm going to end up not liking after we get there with the dogs. Because, yeah, I have a feeling. Because the squirrels like to mess with dogs. So I can see many a time me having to go out there and go, stop it! Making the dogs come in, you know, because they'll just keep barking and the squirrels will just get up in the tree and, you know, bark right back at them. And it's like, and the dogs, of course, will not stop unless someone makes them stop. So I can't have them just barking all willy-nilly because we, you know, we do have neighbors. So anyway, so I have a feeling that I will end up not liking the squirrels. But still, right now, I think they're cute. Uh-oh, I see. Where did it go? Oh, geez. Took my eyeballs off for 1 second. It was in here. It was an E. There it is. Stick with me here, E. All right. So anyway, and I'm sure, oh, these are stuck together. I'll have to get my, there's a lot of these stuck together. I'll have to get my grinder. Yeah, okay. So, speaking of grinders, this was quite hysterical. So I had gotten a grinder because someone was talking about, you know, they work great for your drills when they're stuck together like that. So I was like, okay, well, I have to have one. And if I had it handy, I'd show it to you. But anyway, I think I got it for Drills and Chills last year. And so for whatever reason, I don't know, but in my feed on Facebook, I started getting marijuana ads or cannabis ads or whatever and stuff for your stash. And one of them was like this grinder. And when I first saw the grinder, I was like, oh, look, a diamond painting thing. Nope. I was like, oh, is that where that idea came from and I never knew? Do y'all know if that's where the idea to use a grinder for your... Oh, no, I didn't have that. Does anybody know if that's where it came from? I'm just curious. I think it's funny is the ads always show an elderly lady and with her stash. And I'm like, okay, have I said stash too much? Or, you know, what have I done to, I'm sure God only knows what I'll get now, right? Because now I've said it out loud. But, yeah. Oh, here's a K. There's 2 Ks. Yeah, so, you know, if you don't feel like you're incriminating yourself, you could tell me. Oh, dagnabbit. This here and here. All right, any more Ks? Does anybody see more Ks? What time is it? Oh, Lord. It's after 6. I don't even know how long I've been on here. It doesn't feel that long, though. And I certainly won't get this section finished this time either. In fact, I think I'm going to do one more. Because it's a whole lot of confetti. So I think I'll do just one more. And who knows, maybe tomorrow I can finish it off. But again, I don't know. I don't know. As long as I've got the momentum, I need to stick with it and continue because, yeah. Oh, and another thing, I've been, I switched medications to help me sleep. And at first, I told my doctor, I was like, that one's not gonna, I've tried that before and it didn't work. And I said, but I think maybe because the dosage was low. So she said, well, I'm going to, I'll write your prescription. Try just one. And if it doesn't work, then, try 2. But first, try 1. I said, okay. So I did. And it worked great. It worked absolutely phenomenal. So I was like, hey, this works great. Just the lower dose works. So it's all good. She's like, okay, great. I'll write you a prescription for it. But then the last couple of nights, last 3 nights maybe, no. And so night before last, I took 1.5. No. And so last night I took 2, and I actually did get to sleep within an hour and a half of taking it. So I was like, okay, I think I'm going to have it. But now I'm worried though, I'm like, am I going to start taking 2 and then in a month later that not work, So, and because I also take, in addition to prescription medication, I also take melatonin, 10 milligrams. So, yeah, I don't know. And there's just nothing more miserable when you're like, I need to sleep. I need to sleep. And you just can't. You just toss, you turn, you toss, you turn. And then I'll, sit back up, watch my, watch some more YouTube, and it's like, start drifting off to sleep, lay everything down. Nope, wake up. It's like, oh my God. And I just have too much to do. So, and I was worried because she had said originally if I took 2, it wouldn't hurt me. It's just that I might have like a hangover the next day. Well, I did not have a hangover. So we'll see how tomorrow is. All right, I feel some of these aren't in all the way. This has a really tight grid. If you like a tight grid like I do, then you will like Art and Soul. Because I do like that. I do not like gapping. I'll get frustrated and I will throw the kit away. Don't like gapping. All right, I do not see any more lowercase t's. Doesn't mean they're not there. Just means I don't see them. So anyway, well, I think that's going to do it for this one. Like I said, maybe next time you see me, I'll be over here. I don't know. But anyway, I hope everyone has a good rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, weekend, weekday, whatever time or of the day you're watching. I hope it's a good one. And if you're not having a good day, well, I hope I got your mind off of it for a little bit and you found some enjoyment and some relaxation maybe from listening to me just yep. And I do appreciate all of you that do watch my videos. It means a lot to me. I hope you can leave me a comment down below on how you're doing, especially if you've been involved in any of these storms. I'd like to know how you're doing. And again, a thumbs up would mean a lot to me. Subscribe, it's free, obviously. And comment. I mean, all of those things help my channel, But I love the comments because I love to hear from you. You know, you just kind of feel, when you're commenting back and forth, you really feel like you're creating a relationship. And I feel that way with many of the people who comment. I feel like we're friends, you know, go figure. But anyway, so thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in my next upload. Alrighty, everybody, bye.